My ex-fiancé burst through my door, blaming me for ruining her life. But my little sister had the real story. 3 weeks before our wedding, Hannah showed up at my apartment with a moving truck and announced she was calling everything off. When I asked what was happening, she laughed in my face and revealed she'd been sleeping with my father for the past 6 months. My dad, who'd been a widower for just 2 years after losing my mom to cancer. I thought I heard wrong and asked her to repeat it, but she just smirked and said it slowly, like I was pathetic. She was in love with my father because I was a little boy with a dead-end job while he was a real man with actual money. Why settle for my small paycheck when my dad had real wealth? She waved a massive diamond ring in my face, my mother's ring that my dad proposed to her with. They were getting married next week using our wedding deposits. As she left, she said my dad was better than me in every way that mattered, especially in bed. The moving truck headed straight to my childhood home. My 16-year-old sister, who lived with my dad, moved in with me immediately. Said she couldn't stand watching Hannah redecorate mom's house and sleep in mom's bed and see them smooching constantly. For 8 months, we rebuilt our lives in my cramped apartment. Hannah blocked us both on social media, but family members kept us updated. She'd sold mom's jewelry, donated all her clothes, painted over the mural mom had done in the garage. My dad stopped coming to family dinners, stopped calling on holidays. His brothers tried talking sense into him, but he cut them off too. Hannah had him convinced the whole family was jealous of their happiness. Then last Monday, 11:30 at night, someone pounded on my door so hard the frame shook. My sister and I walked towards the door half awake. Through the peephole, I see Hannah, makeup smeared, designer coat torn at the shoulder. My sister grabbed my arm, shaking her head saying she should go to hell, but I worried something terrible had happened to Dad. The second I opened the door, Hannah pushed past me into the apartment, started ranting about how I'd set her up, how I knew exactly what kind of man my father really was, and let her walk into a trap. I honestly had no idea what she meant. I never had a close relationship with Dad. She pulled out her phone, showing me her bank statement. 0 balance. It turned out Dad had developed a gambling problem after Mom died, something he'd hidden from everyone. He'd blown through Mom's life insurance in secret, then Hannah's savings, then took out loans against the house. When Hannah confronted him about the missing money, he'd gotten drunk and told her she was nothing but a replacement for my mother. Said if she didn't like it, she could leave, but no one would take her back after what she'd done. She'd driven straight here from that fight, convinced I'd orchestrated some elaborate revenge plot, that I owed her big time. Then she actually demanded my apartment key, said she'd be staying here while I figured out how to fix this mess I'd supposedly created, that as the victim, she deserved my bed while I took the couch. Before I could respond, my sister had enough of her screaming and stepped out from the hallway, phone in her hand. "Hannah," she said, voice steady and calm. "I have something you should see." She turned the phone screen toward Hannah. Hannah's face went white. "I started recording the day of Mom's funeral. I have you on video at the reception telling your sister that Dad was perfectly vulnerable and ripe for the picking." My sister scrolled to another video. "Here's you at your bachelorette party, 2 weeks before you called off the wedding, bragging about how you were already sleeping with Dad and just needed to close the deal." Another scroll. "You telling your mom on the phone that old widowers are the easiest marks because they're desperate for someone to make them feel young again." Hannah lunged for the phone, but my sister stepped back. "Dad's already seen everything. I sent it all an hour ago. That's the real reason you're here, isn't it? He kicked you out." Hannah's mouth opened and closed, no words coming out. My sister continued, "The family group chat has it too. So does your sister and your mom." She looked Hannah dead in the eyes. "You should probably check your phone." Hannah's phone started buzzing frantically, notification after notification. She looked at the screen, then at us, then turned and ran out the door. Dad filed for annulment the next day, citing fraud. Hannah lost everything.